The sight of our politicians out glad-handing provokes three thoughts. Oh hell, it's election time again. 2, they've been doing it the same way for years. Or 3, will it ever change? Well, the answer to that is yes. For 2015, it already has.
What I think is fascinating is it's going to be both a very macro, huge level campaign, all about the sort of big economic questions, living standards, but then it's also going to be terribly micro, so it's very localised and very targeted at particular groups.
We can kind of move from kind of Mondeo man, Worcester woman, these kind of targeting labels that were big clumps of people that you couldn't actually go and hit, and actually work out which individuals in each seat are interested in hearing from us, what is it they want to know about.
Parties discuss campaigns in terms of air war, being broadcasting of message or policy on media platforms, and ground war, campaigning on the doorstep and communities face to face. Both are crucial, but there may be a new front, the data war.
The Conservatives have divided the whole electorate down into 8 tribes called things like anxious, aspirational, in-play centre, disaffected Tories, young urbanites. And each of these groups is going to be targeted with very personalised campaign literature, campaign information.
What data is allowing parties to do is not just target types of people, but understand which individuals in which seats are the ones that are going to make the biggest difference.
The upshot is, instead of a mass mail shot, you could find your own bespoke message in those places where the seat may be decided on a narrow majority. You, yes, you may have become very special indeed, whether you like that or not.
It's research not just based on what people say about particular policies, it's about their values and attitudes to life. So MPs who are going out are being told to ask questions like, do you think the future is going to be better for your children than it was for you? So more emotional, attitudinal stuff rather than just information.
Labour are countering in a slightly different way because they do have a ground war advantage. They've got a lot more members and are using them in community campaigning action, cleaning up public spaces, hosting soup kitchens. It could be an edge.
Labour's best results last election were in seats which did the kinds of things the party's doing now, community building things. And the party has kind of spread that out across the country. So it's better at bringing people into the party by making sure that they can contribute their time usefully, and more people want to do it. And so that gives Labour a bigger volunteer force than the Conservatives will have.
It's the Americans who are to blame for all this. Both the Tories and Labour have Obama campaign veterans recruited, and 2015 is shaping up to be our social media election.
What the parties have all worked out is that people are far more likely to listen to their friends advising them to vote in a particular or other than they are to listen to some sort of random politician turning up on the doorstep. So they're all hoping to harness this power of Facebook and Twitter to encourage their existing supporters to get people to vote who aren't necessarily already supporting them.
But there's a warning to disciples of data.
It's a national message and a mission that ultimately is going to drive most of the change in the vote. And so if you're just focusing on each little dot, you miss the big picture.
And that means any new techniques will campaign hand in hand with the old.